I'm Robert Hillestead, Professor Emeritus at the University of Nebraska in Lincoln. Started way back in childhood. I'm the youngest of 4 children, and because of age differences, my mother had to keep an eye out on me, and so my play area was wherever she was working, which was the garden, the kitchen, or her sewing room. The garden was seasonal, the kitchen was hazardous, and that left me in the sewing room, which I found to be a land of enchantment. I like to explain my background by saying textiles chose me. I don't remember a time when I made a decision that textiles was going to be the thrust of my life and my career. It moved me along. When I went to college, I wanted to major in something that would involve making things, so I became an art student. I was deferred to complete college. This was right after the Korean War. I was stuck at Fort Sheridan, Illinois for a few weeks with nothing to do, but it was very easy for me to get a pass. And so I'd go into Chicago every day, and I'd go to Marshall Fields. And I was just enchanted because I had been out of this country for 2 years, and in that time, the economy was doing very well. So there were fascinating things on display. And so I began my career by merchandising things that were already made. And then I started taking courses at the Art Institute of Chicago in fashion design. And I went off to Paris to study, to learn French dressmaking. And when I came back to the U.S., I settled in California. So out of the blue, an administrator from the University of Nebraska called me and wondered if I would come for an interview. So I came to Nebraska, and it was an enchanting place. Working with students was a thrill, and I soon realized that I was teaching more than design, more than fashion design, more than general design, overall design. It was about creativity. So I became involved in people's lives more deeply than I thought, because that's where creativity takes one. When I contemplated the decision of pursuing an academic career, I was concerned about no longer being a designer, because I had worked professionally as a designer, and I thought, can I leave that behind? And the answer was no. And so I said, well, I can take that along. There's no reason in the world why that has to be left behind. It's part of me. It comes with me. And so I have always maintained a studio throughout my academic career. I think the Fashion Institute is doing a wonderful thing because it's promoting creativity. All of us are where we are because we were mentored, sometimes without knowing it. And so now that we're professional persons and do recognize that, it's our responsibility to mentor others and bring them along.